thank you so much for all the books that you have been writing, because this is you passing on knowledge and the work that you have been doing for generations to come. And it's so unfortunate that most of the times, we have lots of great minds that would leave us without, writing books and sharing their knowledge with us, especially we young people right now. And so I'm really proud that you're writing books that we can read, we can refer to, and we can pick on your brains even after you're gone. What so a lot of leaders do not write books in the African continent. They do not I don't want to use the word document really, but create a medium through which they can share their knowledge with young people. And so what has been the inspiration behind you writing books, and what's the latest book that you have written, and where can we find it?
All the books, most of them, I think Amazon and Take a Lot have already agreed to distribute some of the books across. I've done So You Want to Be the Master, which is a leadership book and personal development. We did the Shopping Skills, which is a youth development, self-help, navigating the space of decision-making. Women in the Kitchen, practical solutions around women empowerment. Contested Ground, comparison between women and land, and how not to fight for women, but rather fight for land, because land is of better quality. You must have two wives. First wife is land, second wife is this one. So Women in the Kitchen, and then Contested Ground, beautiful piece of work. I then did also one 13, it's almost finished now. I think it's heading for editing now. 13 Principles of Unlimited Possibilities, where I'm looking at the esoteric interpretation of just Genesis 1, but from an economic and political space. How can we read the text and see maybe what is beyond the text? And it's a beautiful piece of work. It's almost similar to the 7 natural principles, laws of attraction, laws of what, but I'm using the biblical text. It's a brilliant piece of work. It's my philosophical contribution to the academic space. I think it's coming out end of this year also. Then I did Going Places in the Spirit. That was a transition in terms of my pastoral religious work as I started to question things. So 60% of the book is questions. It's not even about the book. I was just asking questions. And it's a book, when you read it, you want to sit up straight. You might not go to church for a couple of weeks, just so that you digest it correctly. Otherwise,
wow.
it will choke you. I also did Find Your Truth, which has just become a bestseller right now in South Africa. We just got an award last week for one of the top sellers. Thank you kindly. So Find Your Truth is in. Then one of my last offerings to the church is a book that I'm finalizing. I write many books at the same time, so it's not like one book. I have not 10, 15 items right now that are on my table, so I distribute my mind quite evenly. It's a book that I did 2008, but I never got the guts to finish it. But I've just completed it now, Preaching Dynamics, which is a book that has to do with homiletics, public speaking skills, and more or less, I wrote it when I was still fully in the church space, but I never got the guts to, and even if I've moved in terms of my mindset, but to those that are operating in that space, I think that book will be a very good transition in terms of learning the art of persuasive speech and delivery, thinking, the homiletics and the hermeneutics of that brilliant piece of work. I would also I think by next year or so it should be done. Then Maponga J Codes, it's finished. I think it will be on the market by the end of this month. But my most favorite of them all is the Gospel According to Maponga J, which right now we are on chapter 247. So this is like my monumental work, where it will be put next to the Bible text. Now here I go all out in harvesting all the oral tradition my grandmothers and grandfathers have taught me, and I'm putting it into literature. As such, many students find themselves trapped because they don't have a reference. We have popular stories, the Chinua Achebe stories, Things Fall Apart, Ngugi wa Thiongos, the Solar Winkas, you know, and I think people are writing from far, you know. I'm on this one, I decided to not to argue from outside. I decided to go right into the inside and write a personal, reflective piece of work. So when you see African people putting on beads, why do they put the beads around their waistline? It's for their periods, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the 7th day. Then they put orange. Then they put white. Then they put green. Now she's fertile. So it's a science. It's a science. And when you don't know what is there, this is contraception. This is technology, which is put in this. And if you don't understand it, you will judge it. So I'm putting all this knowledge down. Issues of death, for example, lobola stories. What is lobola? Rites of passage issues. You know, community constructs, inauguration of kings. Why is a king inaugurated with feathers, with water, with soil, with what all these rituals that have been demonized. So I'm not going to lie that it will be exhaustive, but as much as I can remember and as I can collect, I just hope it will be a start. But the real book will be completed on my funeral, because that's when I will stop writing. Then you guys, when others are crying and others are collecting my hats and sticks, you better come around and say, please, can we have access to that book? Then you compile it. I think it will be completed by then. So, but I think at 250 or 300 chapters, I would do the first edition out. Then maybe another 2-3 years again, I do another edition out. And slowly, as I'm heading towards my resting place, I hope I'll leave enough data properly tabulated. And I'd already started recruiting other guys. There's a page on Facebook, African Oracles. Another group of young people have actually decided to start translating it while I'm still alive into their own local languages. And I think I have a guy from East Africa there, done a beautiful job into Swahili. We have another guy in Cameroon, and another guy also from Ghana into Twi and Zulu. So it's quite exciting. And I think whoever is out there would want to become part of the project. I would want to make an announcement that we share my number with them. I'll add them onto the group. The assignment is there. 250 chapters to translate. And let's see how you can transform your own thinking and assist the community around you. Can I have some water, my darling?